What's up, you guys? So first movie of the year, and it started with a bang because I absolutely had a great time with this. It was Wolfman, and I haven't seen the original Wolfman either, so that is just a disclaimer for everyone. So I have no idea about the OG lore about this. I am a horror fan, but like I haven't been able to backtrack or like delve deep into the lore of a lot of things that were there like years and years ago. I've just been able to consume things now and just enjoy them for what they are. I'm hoping that one day I might be able to get into things like, get into the old versions of the new things that are coming, or like just delve a bit more and have more time for those. But for now, this movie was a great time for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely loved how they did a lot of things in this. For example, the transition from man to wolf and how the POVs changed between the family and the man himself. So Christopher Abbott did a fantastic job with this, and I could really emote to how he felt about losing his humanity or losing his human side to this disease, I suppose. Seeing him change and seeing his point of view and his family's point of view, seeing that transformation was really, really well made, and it was really intriguing, and it was really interesting to do it that way as well, and to see him being able to hold back for a good portion of his transformation as well, but also he still was able to hold on to his humanity. So that really was endearing, and I'm assuming almost predictable, because you don't want to turn him into too much of a villain, but it's very interesting to see Wolfman and the idea of a man turning into a wolf and all of the things that come around that as well. I think that the score and the music perfectly married with all the suspense that you needed. It made you feel really in the moment, so I thoroughly enjoyed that too. The rest of the performances were alright, but I genuinely thought that Christopher Abbott was the best in this, in all honesty. The foreshadowing as well in this, in between him as a child and then him as an adult with his own daughter, was such, I really enjoyed that. That was really interesting, and I'm glad it brought some humanity as well. It added an extra layer and an extra depth to it. There are 100% parts of this that are cliche and almost run-of-the-mill horror movies, but most of it was shot really well, and it does feel like it's in between, the highbrow, long legs, Nosferatu style horror and your run-of-the-mill, horror movies. It's just right in the middle, so you can get the best of both worlds of really well made, really well shot, really interesting, different takes on the horror world, but also it does have some cliches to it, so I guess you can enjoy it in that way. It's not indie horror, neon / A24 style horror, but it's also not your generic horror either. And I feel like Universal has been the pioneers of horror in general, but this has been really fun for me. I really enjoyed it, and I think it's just the perfect middle ground for that. Now, for those who are fans of the original Wolfman, and I know my husband has some knowledge of the Wolfman, he did find some annoyance or something that he wanted that was missing, and that's having more references to the original Wolfman. They would have appreciated that a bit more, but I don't know, obviously every single fan of any genre comes in a range of opinions and thoughts and feelings. So if you like the original Wolfman, I hope you do like this. I can't say for sure that you would, because I have no idea the range in that movie and in comparison to what this movie would give you, but I hope you all do enjoy watching this. For me, it was a 4.5 out of 5. There were some things that it could have been a little bit better. I did enjoy it for the most part, and I didn't see them take those routes that they did, because usually horror movies will go for the general predictable things. Obviously there are some elements of predictability here and there because of the nature of the story and how things would go if you were in that situation, but yes, I had a great time with this. I'm thankful that this was my first movie of the year. Yes, it's the 13th and I still haven't seen it. Also, it's the 13th today, so I watched it on the press screening was the 13th, but yes, interesting that a horror movie I watched was on the 13th. I don't know if they specifically chose the 13th to show this film as a press screening, but hey ho. But yes, it's been 13 days and I haven't managed to watch any new films, or at least any new films released in this year. It's been very busy in my life, so I'm gonna try and do a bit better. But yes, I'm glad that this was the first movie of the year for me, and I don't really have high hopes for the rest of the year. But let me know if you want me to do a video about my most anticipated movies, films, whatever for the year, and I will try my best to make one and we can discuss that as well. But yes, I hope you do get to enjoy this and watch this and be able to see this in cinemas if you're able to. But yeah, till next time guys.